Stunner, nigga. Rich gang, 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 like that. Woo. Know what I'm saying?
Boy, what the hell you doing in here throwing up set? You ain't got no job.
What's good, NHG squad? This is your boy, NHG OneMic, and welcome back for another interview, man. This guy right here, he's a legend from PlayStation Home. You see his name, UMTO legend Pwn. I call him Pwn because that's how I pronounce his name. But Pwn is in the building. What's good, man?
You already know, man. Just living day-to-day life.
Day life. I feel you on that. I want to get a little backstory of you first before we even get to the UMTO. For the people who doesn't know you and people who do know you, what was your original gamer tag on PlayStation?
Well, my original gamer tag was Slit Your Throat 07, which was a story. It was a story behind that because that was like my Call of Duty name. That was whenever Modern Warfare 2 was big.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Everybody was everybody was always on Modern Warfare 2. I did nothing but pretty much free for alls on that, and I was a beast at it. And then I just happened to look down and see PlayStation Home. I'm like, I wonder what's up with that. Well, I ended up getting on it, and I had a female, like it was a they avatar. I was like, what the fuck? I guess one of my roommates decided to check it out, and like made like a female avatar or some shit. Like I don't even know.
Yeah, the female avatar when you started on PlayStation Home. Oh, man.
Yeah, well, I changed it like as soon as I seen that, but I was in the bowling alley for I want to say like 4 or 5 days, and then I got perm banned on that account because the name was offensive.
Really?
Yeah, they banned that account because the name was offensive, so I had to make a new account, and that's when I came up with Godlike Ponage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the Godlike kind of came from like, I don't know if you've ever like played any Steam games, but I used to be a big Half-Life and Counter-Strike fan back in the day, and like you get so many kills in a row on Counter-Strike, it'd be like Godlike. You know,
really?
like badass, you know, so I incorporated that in my name with the Ponage, and then the 07 for the year I graduated high school, and the rest is history from there.
Okay. So, you start off playing PlayStation Home. What was your experience on there when you first, like, adventure PlayStation Home?
Whenever I first got on there, I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't really talk to too many people. I just kind of sat in the bowling alley, you know, bowling and stuff, doing the thing. And I ended up running into some people that were running like a Dragon Ninja Clan type of shit. I don't even know, dude.
Really?
Like, it was just ridiculous. Yeah. But there's this guy named Shinron or whatever. You know, Shinron kind of like DBZ or whatever. And he asked me if I wanted to join. So I ended up joining up with them, and I didn't really have too many clothes back then. That was before like I really got into it. But I remember I bought like a $20 PSN card, and of course I bought the Ryu outfit from Street Fighter 4. You know what I'm saying? And then like shortly after that, I ended up going to the Godfather 2, and then I remember like this Red fan run up to me and they're like, "Look at this nigga, he's got dirty ass feet and shit, you know, looking like Jackie Chan and all that over the Godfather 2 and stuff." So I was like, "Man, what the fuck are you talking about?" You know, and from there, you know, I dropped that Dragon Ninja Clan. I joined a little fam called LGI.
LGI? No, I don't think I ever heard that fan before.
LGI, it was ran by Hustle Smooth 123, and Bring the Pain was in it too. And me and Payne always had beef. I always hated that motherfucker. And me and I still talk about that to this day because he knows how much I hated Payne. But Payne ended up getting kicked out of LGI. And that's when he created, he got kicked out of LGI over some shit. I can't remember exactly what he did, but Hus kicked him out. And he made BBM. And shortly after that, I also got kicked out of LGI because they said I was fucking with too many of the females. Like all the girls kept hitting me up, and then they got all butthurt about it and they kicked me out. So yeah, And
taking all the females, man. That's the problem.
well, it wasn't even about that. It was just, like I was kind of a ladies' man. I was 21, I was drinking all the time, having a good time, and they just weren't down with that, I guess. But yeah, I think right before they had the meeting to kick me out, Jeddah, who is a very close friend of mine, well, at least at that time he was, but he's a fucking snake. A lot of people on PS Home are just snake as shit.
Definitely.
But he actually gave me a heads up. Hey man, LGI trying to kick you out, and I was a really big asset to LGI, and I was really surprised about that. I'm like, dude, they ain't gonna kick me out. And sure enough, like about an hour later, I got called in the Harbor studio, and motherfuckers started going off on me on the mic or whatever. As soon as I turned my mic on, they kicked me out. They kicked me out of the Harbor studio, and I'm like, what pussy motherfuckers? But,
damn.
Yeah. But I always knew about Face. Like Face was in a fam at the called 2KU. He was running that. That was Face's fam. And
it was
LGI.
2KU?
Yeah, 2KU.
So that was Face first fam on PlayStation Home.
That was the first fam he ran. He was in the Royal he was in the Royal Familia, which was like a grain fam. They're like one of the older PS Home fams. But he decided to do his own shit, and he made 2KU. But LGI and 2KU were kind of like, alliance fams. So Face knew about me, and I knew about Face, but we never actually met. The funny story about that is, like, whenever me and Face actually did meet was in Fight Night. I was undercover, because you already know, UMTO, anybody ever been affiliated with UMTO hates SKS. Like, it's just a thing. Like, everybody, and that's the same way with SKS. They hate anybody, LGI, UMTO. But anyways, I was working undercover because that's what my role was. I was a spy. I'd go in there, infiltrate, destroy. But,
damn.
I was talking to this chick that was leading SKS Dillingham's. She was actually one of the people that gave Face the idea to make 2KU. So I started talking to her, trying to get a bunch of dirt on SKS and, possibly some naked pictures or something to blackmail with or something, But, so I go into Fight Night with her, and then Face walks up to me. And Face didn't even know me, but he knew who I was. He's like, what the fuck are you doing, Pong? You a traitor. Why you fucking with SKS? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? And the whole time I'm PMing this stupid motherfucker, I'm like, Face, I'm undercover. Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
And finally, he was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. I'm like, yeah, thanks, you stupid motherfucker. Now they know. Way to bust me off in front of everybody. Yeah, he straight up blew my cover. And then, I want to say about a month later was whenever Face made UMTO. And there was a lot of fans that were trying to pick me up at the time. And one of Face's division leaders actually came up to me and asked me if I wanted to join UMTO. And that's whenever we went to Face's Lakeside Cabin. And mics back in the day were so on and off. Like, sometimes you go into a space, you could hear somebody on the mic, sometimes you couldn't. And it was one of those situations where I got invited to Face's spot so we could talk, terms, what's going to happen, what we're doing and everything. And I couldn't hear nobody. And they tried to invite me back. I still couldn't hear nobody. So they just said, fuck it. Yeah. And they just kind of had like a meeting about, what I was going to bring to the table, what I was going to be in UMTO. And then, like, they were talking for like 30 minutes, bro. I was just kind of sitting there like, what the fuck are they talking about? Because I couldn't hear them. And then Face was like, all right, Pong, you Godfather. And I was kind of shocked. Like, he's put me in such a high role.
Yeah, he just put you in a high rank, Godfather?
Yeah. He just put me in a high rank or whatever, get the Godfather role. He gave me 5 divisions.
5 divisions?
Yeah, I had to look over 5 divisions. They had about 20 people in each division.
Whoa.
And
that wasn't no like pressure for you, like 5 divisions, like, and you gotta look after all of them.
Yeah, I have to look after all of them. I had to set up weekly meetings with them, because back in the day, you couldn't just join a fam. You had to interview. You had to interview everybody. Anytime you want to bring somebody into, like, somebody want to recruit somebody in the fam, they
Oh
would have to
yeah, I
go
told me
through a
that too.
division leader. Yeah. They had to go through a division leader and then go through a process where you had to tell them all the rules. You had to ask them their age, what fams they've been in the past, stuff like that. You had to really kind of dig deep to see if it was a spy for one, somebody coming in trying to fuck up your shit, or just anybody. But that's happened on several occasions. Like I think I said something about Premium Black. Well, Premium Black was
Oh yeah, he
actually one
did.
of the leaders of one of my divisions at the time, and he was fucking brand new. He wasn't really on the game. Like, he just started out, and I actually taught him how to do the interviews and how to run his shit and all that. Like a boss. And I'd always try to bring everybody up to that level. And I
Uh,
always, if somebody couldn't perform or do their job, I replaced you.
wow, damn. So wow, I'm still a little bit shocked if you was running 5 divisions, like, what, hundreds of people in each division, like, man, like, it was
Yeah,
no
there's five
chaos
divisions.
for you. It was like you had to kick some people out. Like, how that work? Like, oh man, running divisions, man, and you did good at it. It wasn't like
Yeah, I was.
depressing. You were stretched out and nothing like that.
Oh, it was stressed out. Stress. It was very stressful sometimes. Sometimes I go to a spot, I'd get a bunch of invites. People are beefing other fans and shit.
Uh,
I'm trying to talk to the head person in charge, see, hey, what the fuck's going on? What's the situation? And sometimes I could be reasonable and work it out to where, hey, man, you go your own way. My people going this way, whatever. And other times, dude, I had to fight. And I just sit there, dude. I'd have all my people sit back. I take on like 10 motherfuckers by myself. I didn't
damn.
give a shit. And that's why I've been perm banned though, like 22, 23 times. But
Shit.
yeah, that back in the day, dude, you as soon as you hopped in a space, like if I would have hopped in The Godfather back in like late 2010,
Uh
everybody hated me, bro. I was swarmed. As soon as I popped in, before my avatar would even load, I'd fucking pop in the server, dude. I'd have like 30 people around me, like just straight
Man,
talking shit, like it was a war zone.
yeah.
That's what a lot of people
Godfather,
do.
man. Godfather was one of those. I always looked at Godfather like you had to have a name to be in Godfather.
Right. That's what
Uh,
everybody. I mean, it was so boring though, man. Everybody sitting on the fucking stairs, not
yeah,
doing
yeah.
shit. In the little. And
Facts,
back then,
facts.
it's not like you could set up a party or anything. They didn't have that where you could set up a like a group chat or whatever
Uh
and
huh.
voice talk with like 8 people. No, they had that phone a friend shit where you could only like talk to one person at a time.
Yeah.
It was
Man.
stupid. Like I hated it. So boring.
Shit. That was crazy though. Um, how long you was in UMTO?
Shit. I was even on UMTO. Like I was in UMTO on and off because me and Face would get into it. He's a dumbass man. Like
Really?
I guess I give Face a lot of respect because he did, dude. UMTO was huge at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Like at one point we had like 25 divisions, with 20, 30 people in
Damn.
them, and like we were just big, and Face would always fuck it up because after I did really good as a Godfather, I forgot what exactly happened between me and Face, but he really pissed me off, and I left. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm out. I'm starting my own fam. Like I'm done with this shit." So I made my own fam, and I just had hitters, dude. I didn't have that many people in my fam. I only had about
Huh?
20, 30 people, but they were all hitters.
Really?
Everybody,
What was
and
the
everybody.
fam you
It was
ran, or were you
it was
open?
it was TLM True Legacy Mafia.
True, like,
But
okay.
dude, I had all hitters that I had in UMTO, like everybody could roast, and I used to get messages from Uncle Buck at FDM, JD, all kinds of people. Like, dude, control your fucking people, man. I'm like, dude, I can't. I'm sorry, dude. Like, they're doing whatever they're doing, bro. I tell them shut the fuck up. They tell me shut the fuck up. You know,
Oh
so I just let
wow.
them do whatever. But you know, but it came down to the point where I said, "Fuck this! I'm gonna go back to UMTO," and everybody in my family were like, "Well, we ain't going to UMTO," and I was like, "Well, fuck y'all! I'll go by my damn self." And I ended up going with this chick named Michelle. She was my consigliere back to UMTO, and then that's
Okay.
whenever like I recruited BC Jamin in the UMTO, and then whenever I first sat down to join back with UMTO, VA's fan was there, and then
What?
that was like the first time I met VA, and um, Face pretty much brought me and VA back at the same time, and that's when shit really blew up. I mean, he made me and VA both vice presidents.
Wow.
So everything went through me and VA for the most part. You know, Face didn't really get involved too much, but yeah,
Okay.
everything blew the fuck up. Like VA had all his divisions, I had all my divisions, and that was one thing that would piss me off though, is
Uh.
whenever people would invite me, be like, hey, you know, we're beefing with these people, and then as soon as I come up, I get in the mix, I start micing up with motherfuckers, and then they poof.
Oh
They
man.
just poof. Like, dude, what the dude? I went
That
off
was a
on.
lot
I've
going
kicked
on
so many people
PlayStation.
out. Yeah, and it's
Man.
another thing too, because you're just coming in a situation you don't know who started shit, who says shit,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on. I'm trying to get feeling the situation, and then these motherfuckers coming at me, so I'm screaming at them, and then everybody just poof. Like that shit's so disrespectful. I used to kick people out all the time for that shit. But
Damn. Vice
but
President.
yeah, and everything was cool for a while, and but that's whenever Red Empire came into the mix.
Red. Oh,
URN,
yeah, you're
that
right.
was like right before, yeah, it was right before URN started up, and fucking, I don't know what happened with Face and I, but like, I's a very laid back guy. He doesn't really, have too many problems with people as long as you don't come up to him talking shit. But Face always had a hard on for I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
He hated I. He
Now I was
hated
gonna ask you about
Pain.
that too. The love and hate situation between URN and UMTO. Like how that was. Like I know you was in there. Why was I don't know. Should I call it beef?
Uh,
Uh,
it
damn.
kind of is beef. I think it started in the V chat, the legendary V chat where Face took his shirt off. I think
Oh
that's where
yeah,
it all
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of began. But yeah, I never went at I personally because me and I
Mm-hmm.
have always been like we haven't been like super close friends, but we've always been cool and had that respect for each other. So we've never really had any issues. I mean, me and him clown and joke on each other all the time, but that's just us fucking around. But I and Face, I don't know what the hell their problem is. Like they would always go at each other, and which was fine with me. Like Face can
Uh,
have I, and I can have Face, whatever. Like I was going at fucking Pain, Sippa, pretty much Huss, because I want
uh,
revenge on that motherfucker for setting me up and getting me kicked out of UMT, LGI back in the day. So I was going at all them motherfuckers while I and Face to step in and be. But yeah, that's pretty much like the whole URN thing. Like we didn't like I don't know. I can't really say from experience that
uh,
I really beefed URN because I was always pretty cool with URN. Like even whenever Face would be like, send me invites, hey Paul, we're beefing URN. I just send VChat with the chick, dog, on cam. I have nothing to do with that beef. Like I'm fucking
sure.
staying out of it.
Okay. I don't know if did you watch our interview?
I actually
Uh,
did watch a little bit of it.
okay. Oh, I want to ask you this since you was in UMTO. He said that I sent him not I Face sent I invite to I guess his boat, his yacht, and he have a certain thing. So he had like a desk. It looked like a mob, like a mafia joint. Well, you was in that interview. I mean, not interview, the meeting that Face and I was doing at that time.
I don't recall I was in there.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Yeah, I think I might have been at work or something, so I probably missed that. I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
I've been in that fucking place so many times.
Really?
Ridiculous. Oh yeah, dude. Dude, that was the three spaces Face used to go to more than anything. His lakeside cabin, his fucking yacht, and the PlayStation Home Mansion when that came out.
Man. All right. I want to ask you this too, cause I heard little stories about UMTO. I heard that UMTO. Well, I don't know. Face will pay people to join UMTO now. That's true.
I
They.
mean, he's never done that shit in front of me, but
Okay.
like I'm sure at times where like me, I got pissed off at him, VA got pissed off at him, and we just left. Uh, that's happened a few different occasions, but I wouldn't doubt if Face fucking tried paying somebody to fill our role. I really
Okay.
wouldn't, because it
No.
was like whenever Mikey Seven put out that the Life of Face video
Uh.
with all that shit, and fucking UMTO really fell apart after that. That was whenever me and Mikey pretty much took UMTO away from Face, Mikey Seven. Uh,
Damn.
but that was like later PS Home. That was like 2013, 2014 ish.
Okay.
But
Um.
I wouldn't put it past him though, because
You want to put
Face
it
is
past them?
stupid. No.
Oh shit! Because I know at the time, when I was in URN, he was trying to recruit JC, and JC recorded the whole conversation. He was willing to pay JC like $200 for him to join UMTO and all that. And I was like you said you watched the interview. I was mad about the whole situation, so they got into it. Um, did you ever seen? No, let me ask you this. At the time on PlayStation Home, it was two UMTOs on PlayStation Home fighting against each other. How that came about? Why was two UMTOs fighting against each other?
Well, it was all kind of my fault. Like,
So you was in?
yeah, it was kind of my fault. Basically, what happened was I joined Mikey Seven, came back to UMTO. This is late PS Home, and he's like, "Come on, Paul, I want you to join PS Home." Like I mean, not PS Home, UMTO or whatever. And I ended up joining, even though me and Face didn't get along at that time. I didn't care for him. Like I was so sick of his stupid shit. I just like fuck it. I'll kick it. And we was at SingStar. I was in there a couple weeks. We went to
I remember seeing
SingStar. We were all drinking, having a good time, listening to music and shit on mic, just dancing and everything. Like, Mikey had his boo. I think I was dancing with Ash So Fine, and there was a couple other people in the party too. I think a couple chicks, Miss T, Nessa Maya, I believe, and Face kept sending us messages. Hey man, we got beef with CSK. Let's go. And we're like, man, fuck this. We're chilling. We're just over here sipping. We're listening to music. Fuck that nigga. Like I ain't even going in that shit. And fucking Face ends up coming to us with CSK. CSK, he came to us and to get us to go fight CSK, and then CSK followed him to us. So Face over there beefing with like four like pussy ass CSK members by himself. I mean, they were weak sauce, dude. They were probably about maybe 15, 16 years old. Like, you gonna waste your time on some fucking kids, and you like fucking 48, 49 years old? Get the fuck out of here. It pissed me off. But, I kept my composure. I was sitting there sipping. I think I was drinking Jägermeister, getting all fucked up. And then Beast came up and started talking shit to Ass So Fine. And I was like, yo, fuck this shit. Like, I ain't even getting it. I walked right up to Beast, and me and Beast started squaring off for about 30 minutes. And then Face was like, Paul, you gay, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm gay, yet I'm getting all these chicks. And your ass begging for me on Tuesdays whenever fucking PS Home would go down. All of us boys in VChat and shit, me and VA over here popping up pictures of this chick, pictures of that chick. Face sending us messages, hey, send that to me. Hey, send that to me. That's why Face got his whole fucking laptop full of pictures, full of videos. He got all that shit from me and VA. Me and VA ain't the motherfuckers that sit in VChat on the table with Camel cigarettes, a roll of toilet paper, and a bottle of lotion. That was Face's shit, dog. Like that motherfucker in there, he is straight pervert. But that's how it all started. Face ended up coming at me, and then Mikey stepped up at that point. He's like, "No, fuck this shit. We ain't taking this." So we fucking went to Mikey's Harbor Studio, and we were kind of talking, and like, "Yo, man, like, what are we gonna do?" And he's like, "Dude, fuck Face. Let's take his people. Let's run our own fucking UMTO. Because I'm sick of this old pedophile ass motherfucker trying to talk shit to us."
Wow.
I'm like, all right, let's do it. So we ended up inviting Face in our Harbor Studio, and basically me and Mikey took turns on his ass. And that beef ended up going for about a month or two, and then fucking the infamous Mike up with Face and Mikey whenever Mikey made his ass have a stroke. And that's how Face had that stroke, because him and Mikey were going on. He was all stressed out about all that beef that the game got to him.
Damn. So he actually had a stroke on the game micing up.
He had to get his brother called 911 and had to get his ass airlifted from a helicopter, because I guess they were out in like middle of nowhere or something like that. You know, and that's where they live.
Really?
But yeah.
What? Man, I didn't hear about this part. Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. But I mean, I felt kind of bad about it, but that's pretty much, you know, Face wasn't really on the game since then.
Wow. Damn.
I think he popped in maybe once or twice, like towards like the last like few months of home, but he couldn't speak for shit. He couldn't talk or anything. He talks fairly normal now. It's been about a year since I talked to him on the phone.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he still hates me.
He still hates you.
Yeah, it was whenever me and VA were doing and then whenever we started the NMW shit on Nebula, he called Face. It was like, "Yo, Face, I got Palm back," and Face was like, "Man, fuck that nigga," you know. And no, it's funny because Face didn't know that I was on the other line because it was a three-way phone call. And Face just kept going off. Like, I just sat there listening, you know, because I thought it was funny. Like, VA's like, "Don't say anything, just listen. He's going to talk all kind of shit about you." You know, I was sitting there listening and shit, dude. It was hilarious.
Oh, shit. So he is, I mean, he sounding better now. You think he's doing good now?
I think he's doing better, yeah.
Okay. That's good. Hopefully, is he back on is he on PlayStation playing games or anything?
Not that I know of. I don't think so, because you already know if that motherfucker got PS4, he'd be on Nebula Realms.
Yeah, you right about that.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask you this too. Is it true that Face will blackmail people if they try to leave UMTO? Because that's why some people were scared to leave because Face has some stuff on certain people. That's true?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. I think I was one of the prime examples of that.
Wow.
That was like, he used to just do it to the chicks. I think I was the first guy he tried making an example of.
Trying to make an example of you?
Oh, yeah.
What?
This was about 2013-ish. It was whenever me and VA made Fuck the World Life, FTWL, and dude, we sat in The Godfather 2 beefing with Face, no exaggeration, like 3 days straight, no sleep, on the stairs, fucking hours and hours and hours. I think the only time we like weren't beefing was whenever one of us was going to the gas station real quick to go buy some more Red Bulls or some shit. Like, that was the only time we were beefing for days. And Face ended up getting this one chick to try to hit me up. And, you know, she was sending me naked pics and shit, videos and all that. I didn't give a fuck. I sent her my shit too, you know. And then this bitch gives it to Face. Face had my dick pic, dog, on his Harvard studio wall for like 2 weeks.
What?
2 motherfucking weeks. I'm not even bullshitting. Like, this dude is sick. He's disgusting.
Wow.
Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't really care. Like, I thought it like that's obviously gay on his part. But
yeah.
But all the chicks that would come over and shit, like the spot, like they would see it or whatever, they'd hit me up in my DMs. It hit me up like, damn, I didn't know you had it like that or whatever, and I'd fuck with them. So if anything, it was just advertisement for me. I really didn't give a shit. But it was just funny because Face went through all this trouble to like make a YouTube video about it, like all this other type of extra shit. But yeah, he do blackmail people. I think the only person he didn't blackmail was VA. That's probably because VA has like every fucking screenshot of anything you ever said for any time you've ever been around them. This motherfucker's got proof on everything. I mean, you could bring up a conversation from like 7 years ago. And VA would be like, I got that, you know, whatever. Like, that's just how he is. Dude.
Let me find out he got a secret room too.
Oh yeah. I mean, even on my laptop, I got the Pwn files. I got all kinds of shit. Oh yeah, dude.
Oh man, yeah, it's tripped me out with these secret rooms. Oh man, okay. What year? What year UMTO was big? Like, you remember the year? It was like UMTO would just run in PlayStation, like it was ridiculous. You know what year was that?
Man, it was. I want to say early on was probably the best. That's whenever we had the squad. It was like 2011, 2012. That was probably when UMTO was the biggest.
Wow, okay. Man.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Now,
yeah.
What mistakes Face did that you didn't like? It was something you just did not agree on. You just fucked it up. You know any stories about that one?
All right, this is the topic I was waiting for. This is my favorite topic to talk about. The many fuck-ups of Face. All right, let's get this popping. Okay. There's always been times where Face would kick somebody out, have us beef them day after day after day. Then all of a sudden I wake up in the morning and get on the fucking game. This motherfucker's my same pop-up color and wearing my tag. Like, what are you doing? He would constantly bring people in that he would constantly tell us to beef and shit. That's why I just stopped fighting for him altogether. I'm like, dude, this makes me look retarded for one, because you're telling me to beef with this motherfucker. Now you telling me I gotta be cool with him? Like, no, I ain't cool with that. And then there was another situation where SKS and UMTO were having a big fucking beef, and the funny part about that was, I dropped my UMTO tag just fucking around. I was talking to Face. I was like, yo, I'm gonna go join SKS. I fucking went and talked to Omega and Fat Cat, and I went to a Fat Cat's private space, or it was either Fat Cat or Omega's private space, and fucking Omega was super hype. He's like, yo, man, we got Pwn over here on this side. And Fat Cat's telling him, like, dude, he's spying. Like, you're a fucking idiot. What are you doing? He's like, no, man, I'm going to give Pwn his own division. I'll make him a fucking president. Like, Omega was hyped up. And then we ended up going to a Dolphy place, and I was in a group chat with SKS. And then as soon as UMTO came in, I heard Omega on the mic, like, yo, everybody report Face. Everybody just report Face or whatever. And I got the recording of that, and I dipped out and changed my pop-up color back to red, like, yo, Face, I got that shit. You know, because that was all he wanted was proof that Omega was reporting his ass. But during that beef, though, there was this one chick named Dior, and she was 18, and Face had like a huge thing for her, and she had a younger sister that was like 13, and I heard a rumor that Omega was trying to get her in V-chat with Face on some dirty shit, because, you know, she was a filthy whore. Like, that bitch, she get down on cam. But they were trying to set up Face to where, she'd be doing the shit with Face, and then she'd put, like, her little 13-year-old daughter or sister, I don't fucking know, it would have to be her sister, on the cam to make Face look like a pedophile. Then she won, the screenshot and the picture of that, so they could get that on Face. And Face actually recruited her into UMTO. And I was like, dude, you're fucking up. Like, dude, she's SKS, bro. Like, she's trying to set your ass up. And he's like, no, nigga. Like, no, it ain't like that. I'm like, dude, it's like that. I'm like, I'm telling you right now, bro. Like, it's either her or me. He didn't even give me an answer or whatever. So I was like, all right, fuck it, peace. You know, I just left. And then, like, I think a month later, he came to me, like, apologizing and shit. He's like, Paul, you were right, man. Like, she was trying to set me up. You know, I'm sorry. Like, that was the first time Face ever told me he was sorry. So, you know, I came back, you know, because me and him were cool a little bit after that. But, dude, Face used to do so much stupid shit, man. Like,
Damn.
that was why I left so many times, because I'm a pretty smart, intelligent, reasonable guy.
Uh-huh.
If you can come to me like a man and tell me what it is, that's one thing. Don't go behind my back, you know, running your mouth, talking all kinds of shit, and then going against what I say when you know I'm that smart motherfucker that's like trying to help you out. Like, that shit pissed me off.
Oh, damn. Shoot. That ain't right.
No, it ain't right at all, dude. It is
Definitely
what
ain't
it is, though.
What was your biggest problem on PlayStation Home, or from any fan?
What was my biggest problem personally, or?
For the UMTO.
Oh, for UMTO.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about UMTO. Like, there was no fam on the game that could roast UMTO. Well, certain members, anyways, because yeah, some of them were pussified, and you could just walk all over them like nothing. Like Zeus, uh, Mr. Four Fingers, and B Chat with Pobox himself. But no, I'm not even gonna get into all that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I remember
Um,
Pro Box.
right, dude.
Oh
Man,
shit.
he's a damn fool for that. Four fingers, four. That was like the greatest video ever. I worship Pobox for that video, by the way. But I'd say UMTO probably fucked with itself more than anything. There was so much drama in UMTO. That was why
Really?
like people were always leaving in and out, and there was just so much fucking drama. All the guys are thirsty, trying to fuck with the chicks. You know, none of the chicks would fuck with them, and then they would
Damn.
all fuck with me and VA, and then they would get all butthurt, like, oh, I'm talking to this person. They'd be, you know, talking to somebody else. You know, it was just too much drama, man. Like, too much bitch assness going on in there that you know a lot of people couldn't take. You had to have a pretty strong willpower to really stick with UMTO.
Damn.
That's why that's why people like me and VA or whatever, you know, we leave, but we'd come back. You know, like we could only take that shit in a certain amount of doses.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of fuckery going on that we weren't really happy about. That no matter how many times we tried to fix, you know, we'd kick somebody out, then another guy would rise up and be that fuckery, you know, and
Damn.
just constantly making examples out of people. It just got old.
Shoot. Okay. Um, who idea was it to open up the pink side for females? Because when I was on PlayStation Home, every time I see a UMTO female, they had the dark pink. Who opened that up for the females?
I believe that was Face's idea.
It was Face idea.
Cause,
Okay.
yeah, because UMTO was always red, and Face wanted the females to have their own division. And they always kind of did still, but they were still red. So Face made them pop pink, and I think the female division was called Lady Empire, if I remember
Oh, okay.
correctly. Yeah, they were Lady Empire, and that had Mooney 07 in it, Jenna, Hellcat Ollie, Kitty Meow. There was all kinds of females in those divisions. They were all pretty hot too. I'm not gonna lie. For the most part, there's a couple
Okay.
ugly ducklings in there, but that's why a lot of people wanted to join UMTO because they always heard that we had the females, you know, like the good looking
Yeah, I
ones.
always thought that UNCL had the best females in there. Man,
Yeah, I'm not gonna
okay.
lie. URN had some too. They had a couple. I
A
mean, shit.
couple.
Uh, Emily back in the day, she was all right.
Emily?
Um,
Hmm.
yeah, Emily. I fucked with her a couple times, but Candy,
Can't.
Candy is all right.
Yeah.
I probably
She
shouldn't say
did.
that though. I might get offended. He has a soft spot for Candy.
They're not together no more.
Well,
Oh, you
I
talking
know
Mikey?
that, but No, I said I.
Oh,
I said
oh
I still
man.
got a soft spot. They're still like really good friends and everything. No, that Mikey B situation was funny, and like the funny thing about that shit was like I
Oh,
was
just about to
around
ask you
at that
about that.
time. Yeah, like
Uh-huh.
that was our thing. Like me, VA, I, JC, Mikey B. Like we used to all get down on Black Ops together all the fucking time. Like JC, not as much,
Mm-hmm.
but he would pop in every now and then, and we'd play matches with him. Man, dude, like that shit was crazy. Like we'd literally jump in fucking Black Ops matches and shit. Like, dude, you couldn't even pop a chopper gunner or an attack
Really?
dogs because
Damn.
someone's already got one popped. Like, you look at the end of the match, like I would have like 36 kills. Mikey would have like 30 kills. I'd have like 35 kills. Like instant just death. Like we would fuck so many fucking people up, and people would talk shit so bad. You know, like me and Mikey B actually ended up becoming cool because of that. And I heard, you know, how Kenny left them at the airport and all that. I
Yeah,
felt
I
really
heard about
bad,
that.
but yeah, you know, I felt real bad about that shit. But that's how it goes. I mean, next
But
time, make a phone call before you take that flight. That's all I can
yeah,
say.
but they was messing with each other for a long ass time on PlayStation Home, so I would have thought they would be
Yeah,
living together and all that. But sheesh, left the man at the airport. I already had to stay there for like a week. Oh man, I know it was tough for
that's
him.
fucked up, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad for him about that, but that's Candy for you. She's a man eater. That's what she does.
Oh shit. All right. I was on Nebula. Oh man, I don't know how long that was. Maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I seen a UMTO tag. Some lady was in there. So is UMTO is on Nebula now, and who's running it?
Um, UMTO first started on Nebula. This was before just anybody could hop on Nebula. Like Nebula was a lot of people don't know that Nebula was in beta for a year before it actually came into the PlayStation Store to where you could actually play on it. And
Okay.
there was there was only select people on the beta. I was one of them. Moonman was on there. Artisan 3W was on there. Um, there was just like certain people that were on there, and the very first time me and Moon saw each other, Moon wanted to bring. He had permission by Face to make UMTO on Nebula Realms, and then it was just me and him and UMTO, and all for about a year, up until it opened up. And
Oh.
dude, when I'm talking like we used to beef with 3W on there, like
Uh.
me and Moon by ourselves would waste 3W. I'm talking Dilly,
What?
Josiah, everybody, dude. Like we were bodying their ass like crazy. Like that's another thing. That's another reason why I don't take anybody on Nebula serious, because motherfuckers
Mm-hmm.
can't mic up for shit. You know, they talk all fast and then they're like, "Man, what you talking about, man?" Like every fucking sentence. Like, bro, like how? Give it a rest. Like Josiah's the worst for it. Like, what you saying? What you talking about, bro? Listen to the fucking mic up with somebody. I know you have. You know, the
Yeah.
motherfucker every fucking 2 seconds. Oh, what you talking about, bro? Blah, 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 blah. Your head looks like a needle. What you talking about, bro? What you talking about, bro? Man, get the fuck out of here with
Yes,
that whack ass
I
shit.
know. I do micro views on them, so man, it's crazy.
Man, Josiah tried talking shit to me, and like I ain't got no beef with him now or anything, but
Mm-hmm.
this is just kind of a funny story. He was talking shit to me at the whenever the Nebula Realms first started coming out the bowling alley, and I had like 33W around me. We're all
What?
talking shit to me, and Moonman ended up coming in or whatever. He was just standing there, just watching me, just on the keyboard, just fucking chopping these kids to pieces. But
Damn.
Josiah started talking shit, and I ended up getting on his Instagram, and this motherfucker can't swim, right? He was like,
Can't swim.
yeah, he had this picture of him in a pool with some water weenies, and the caption said, "Today I'm facing one of my greatest fears," or something like that, you know, like in the pool. And I screenshot that shit. I passed it around to everybody. He didn't fucking beef with me at all after that.
Oh wow.
But Yeah, like he was super embarrassed about that shit, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't have any issue with anybody in 3W. The only person I ever had an issue personally was LJ. I never liked LJ. He was a bitch. He still is. He's a fucking
Damn.
meth head. I do
A
not
meth
fuck with him.
head.
Oh yeah.
Why you got a problem with him for? What he do?
Well, it all started back in like 2012 whenever he first started coming out on the scene trying to make 3W. This is his tactic, which I never respected. This is one of the main reasons why I never liked him. He would threaten to boot people offline if they didn't join his fam.
Oh wow.
It was just him and Artiz at the time. He didn't have any other people. He would get in the groups with people at the Godfather 2, threaten to fucking boot their offline and keep them offline if they did not change their pop-up color gold and join 3W.
What?
And then I was talking to this chick named Gabby. Me and her were in Fat Cat's fam after he left Omega BDE. That was before, he went to CSK and all that. I was with this chick named Gabby. And LJ used to always come up to me and her whenever we were standing together on the Godfather 2 stairs and try to holler at her, and it pissed me off.
Damn.
Well, she decided, hey, I'm going to buy a plane ticket. I'm going to come see you. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. She buys a plane ticket, comes and sees me. I pick her up from the airport. We go to my hotel room, and we were pretty much just fucking, dude, like all the time. And I brought my PlayStation with me to the hotel, and we got on there like she'd play Black Ops, Zombies or whatever on like Kino and shit. And like some little kids are like, oh, she sounds really hot, blah 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 blah. Then I'd like bang her on mic so they could hear it. but that's how I got LJ. That's how I got that pussy motherfucker or whatever. We were at the hotel, and I sat her avatar on the Godfather 2, right there on the stairs. He'd come up or whatever, all thirsty and shit, trying to talk it, and then he sent her a group chat invite. And we accepted it, and then, dude, I was banging the shit out of him while I was holding the R2. He was so mad. This motherfucker was so mad, dude, like, legit mad. That's why, like, whenever me and Ashley So Fine were talking, around the time where this was a little bit after whenever me and Mikey took UMTO from FaZe, her and LJ started dating on the game. Ash came up to me and was like, hey, I'm kind of feeling LJ. And me and Mikey were like, what? Like, you fucking with the enemy? Like, get the fuck out of here. We ain't playing that shit.
Damn.
And she ended up fucking going and living with LJ in real life, and they were together for like 3 years or something like that.
Jeez, okay.
Yeah.
Did you have any good times when you was in UMTO?
Oh, dude, man, I had a blast in UMTO. We used to have parties all the time. We'd all fucking get a club or whatever, just throw it up for like Valentine's Day, like any holiday and everything. We'd have a big ass party with music, and we'd invite people from other fams too, and come over and celebrate the good times and all that. We had a lot of good relationships with a lot of different people. But there was just always some people that were trying to make a name for themselves that would always, try to talk shit. But, dude, I had a blast in UMTO. If everybody would have just kept the drama out of it and just focused on their own shit and had a good time, UMTO would be the biggest unstoppable force on PS hands down. I totally agree with it. Oh yeah, I already know, because we had everybody, dude. You could probably go walk on Nebula Realms, and if you see an OG, you could probably ask them, hey, were you ever in UMTO? I'd probably say about 80-90% of them would be like, yeah, I was in UMTO one time.
Okay. Did UMTO have any alliance with them?
A couple, but they didn't really work out. I remember we had an alliance with a KOTT, which is Queen Amanda's fam. Just a bunch of lame ass fams, to be honest. Like BSS, which is Baby Bunny's fam. But
I heard about
Yeah.
Bunny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that didn't work out.
So,
Dang.
no, that was whenever Face started the Red Arch affiliates.
Oh, okay.
And Bunny was trying to fuck with me, and Face was like, "Oh, you got to stay away from Bunny Pwn, stay away from Bunny Pwn." She's all fucking sending me all kinds of messages and shit, like, "Oh, bend me over the Godfather 2 rail and fuck the shit out of me." Like, man, what the fuck
Damn.
are you talking about? Like, dude,
Damn,
she
buddy.
get down. I ain't even lying. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh shit.
Man. Yeah, she was dating Bori on Nebula Realms for a while. And then
Really?
yeah, and then he just kind of fell off or whatever, so she started fucking with me.
Oh
And
wow.
man, dude, I exposed the fuck out of that bitch to the point
You
where she disbanded BSS and everything.
what?
Yeah, that was revenge. That was revenge for her on PS Home for trying to make me look like I was fucking suicidal and shit. So I
Oh
got my
wow.
revenge on her.
Is BSS is on Nimble now? Oh, that fam
No,
doesn't exist.
she disbanded the fam.
Oh, she did.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she wants to say or whatever. Oh, I had a good run, blah blah. She did it because of me. I exposed the shit out of her. Like I had
Yeah.
all of her fucking naked pics and all that, which everybody did. I'm not gonna lie. Fucking, you could probably message like, 20, 30 fucking people that were on PlayStation Home, and yeah, they're all gonna have her shit. Anybody that was a leader of it. Ask I. You remember when I and Bunny were together?
Oh man, I heard about I and Bunny was together, but I think it didn't last long though.
No, it didn't. It didn't last that long at all. But yeah, that was whenever Lucinda was trying to get me to join our URN. She's like, you can join Division 1. You just gotta dress as a female. I'm like, nah, that ain't happening.
What?
that ain't happening. Sorry. Sorry,
Just as
Lou.
a female? No way.
Yeah, Lou had kind of had a crush on me or whatever, and
Okay.
I didn't bite on that. As soon as I went in VChat, saw her laying on her bed on cam with them turtle beaches, I was like, nah, I'm good. I just dipped out, bro. I just
Yeah,
did. I'm
like
like, nah, I'm
forget
good. She's cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, I always thought Lou was cool, but nah, like, not my type. Sorry.
it. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. You answer all my questions, man. Is there anything else you want to say before I end the video?
Basically, there's a reason why I retired from Nebula Realms.
Oh, you
Got a lot of
retired.
little. Yeah, I retired from Nebula Realms about a year ago. Me and VA had a good run with uh, Nebula's Most Wanted, and yeah, I just wanted to end the note there because I mean we pretty much did it all at that point. So
Nebula Most
it,
Wanted. Let me
yeah,
touch on that subject. The subject, I mean, um, I seen that on Nebula. Now, Nebula Most Wanted, yeah, dead in the fam now. It's not gonna be no more of that since you retired.
no, it's still running.
It's still running. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's still running. I'm pretty sure I in it actually. Well, he was.
Oh, her eyes in
I
there.
don't know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't know if he still is. I mean, obviously, I isn't gonna bring URM back, but
Nah.
I'm pretty sure he is in Nebula. Nebula's Most Wanted. I'm almost positive he is.
Okay.
Because I was looking at VA's cover page on Kik about a month ago, and I had them posted up on the stairs, and I was standing next to him. Blue pop up with the NMW tag and all that. So
Oh
yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't really know either. I was actually kind of surprised about that. But
I
yeah,
didn't know that either. Wow. Eyes in. Okay.
no,
Back
they're
to
still
you.
popping and shit. VA's still doing his thing, and
Okay.
me and VA, like, we kind of have a love hate relationship sometimes.
Uh huh.
But I mean, mad respect to VA. I mean, no matter how many times we fight, like me and VA's relationship, is kind of like you and JC's relationship.
Oh yeah.
You motherfuckers have so many ups and downs.
Yeah.
You guys
Definitely.
had beef, then you squashed the beef, and then you had beef again. Like I heard a story one time about well, actually, I don't know if you remember this. This was a long ass time ago, in Kik jail. Whenever him and 50 were fighting. You know who I'm talking about? 50
Oh
Cal.
yeah. I remember
Yeah,
that.
and he was at your place or whatever, and they was trying to meet up and fight, and 50 was being a little bitch or whatever, and
Yep.
a car with a bunch of white chicks, trying to duck him
Yeah.
and all that. Like I remember all that, dude. And
Oh shit.
I think like shortly after that, like you and him ended up having beef, and I heard you guys
Mhm.
fought or something.
Oh, you talking about me and JC?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we did. He came to
you
my
guys scrapped
house.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Who
Came,
won
but
that?
oh, man, I won't say you know I won anything like that, but he he came to my hood, tried to fight me, but one of my homeboys decided to fight him, so they got to a scrap, and we had to break them apart. And JC had to he just left. Um, I didn't even fight him. My homeboy did that for me. Like I don't know why. He just talking about he disrespecting. He ain't been in the hood in a couple of years. He trying to walk So my boy handled that for me, and it's all good though. He's still my boy.
No, I hear you, and that's how it is, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's PS Home, fucking micing up with somebody, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, most of the people I mic'd up with on PS Home, like with beef and shit, me and them are actually really cool, like still to this day. Like
Yep.
it just goes to show you, you can scrap up with somebody and you can still be, legitimate and cool. I
Yep.
don't know if you know this or not, but Smokey, you know what Smokey is, don't you? WT
Smoky.
Smokey.
Yeah. I definitely Yep. Matter
The
of fact, he want
motherfucker
me to
talk
do an
shit to me.
interview.
Oh yeah, man, fuck that dude. That kid's retarded. Uh, no, he was talking shit to me on fucking Kick back in the Kick jail days a few years
Uh.
back, and I drove that motherfucker's house. Well, not his house, but like his hood. He lives like an hour and a half away, one
Wow.
way. I drove that shit. Motherfucker comes over with a baseball bat, bro, like a bitch. And then I went out there again
Oh, I
because he
think
started talking shit
hold on. How long was
again.
this?
This was wait, that was about 3 years ago.
Okay. I'm thinking about something else then. All right.
Yeah, and then I went out there a second time because he started running his mouth again. Like the first time was just like, hey, I will come out here. Don't fucking run your mouth. And he started running his mouth again. I drove out there again, and
Wow.
he had a few people with him, which I didn't give a fuck about. I could have took them all, if they would all came to me straight up. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there chasing Smokey around. This motherfucker run away from me and shit. And I'm like twice his size. I finally I finally get close to him or whatever. Like he put his arm around my face, and I put my arm on the back of his head and fucking hip tossed his ass and jumped on top of him, about ready to ground and pound the shit out of him. And then the other guys that were watching came over and jumped me while I was on top of him.
Wow.
Like, what a fucking pussies. I mean, it is what it is. Like, I had a little blood dripping down my nose. Like, it wasn't a big deal. Like, he's like, oh, pulling that black eye and shit. Because I took a picture for everybody because everybody was wondering about it. And, like, maybe 15, 20 minutes after, all that occurred. And I didn't even have a mark on my face or anything. Like, there was no indication that I was even in a fight. Like, that's how sad it
Wow.
was.
Damn.
But, yeah, I
Okay.
ain't tripping over that shit. It is what it is. But sometimes PS Home gets drug into real life, and you gotta handle
Yep.
your business.
Definitely. That's facts. So
Right?
you gonna now you retiring from Nebula?
Oh yeah, I've been retired for about a year now.
So how the
I,
retirement treating you?
what's up?
I
What'd you
said,
say?
now how the retirement treating you since you ain't been on Nebula?
Oh, dude, my business is booming. Making a shit ton of money and just doing me, man. That's that's why I always wanted time to do. I couldn't do it whenever I was on the game all fucking
Yeah.
time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Definitely.
I always made my money and ran my shit, but I mean, my shit had so much potential to be so much bigger, and
Mm-hmm.
I finally got that opportunity. Now that I have so much free time, where I ain't getting a phone call, hey, Paul, we need you, or hey, we're doing this podcast, or hey, we're trying to get this meeting, there was just a busy lifestyle or whatever, trying to juggle so many different fucking things all at once. I couldn't handle it no more. I just got
Okay.
sick of it. And plus, it was just so much drama too. You bring females into anything, there's too much drama. That's probably the only thing that will cause like two like real close friends to really, fucking have it out for each other is a good bitch just coming right into the picture and fucking everything up.
Okay, okay. Yo, thanks for stopping by. Give us a history about UMTO. Um, it should open a lot of people's eyes about it now. But like, oh, okay, this what happened and all that. So definitely, did your part. Hopefully, I get you and VA next time in the interview, man. I gotta hear VA part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
VA. I'm sure VA's got all kinds of funny ass shit to
yeah.
say, man. Like that's one thing. It's one thing about VA. Like he ain't always like the nicest or the coolest guy, but that
uh,
motherfucker is hilarious. I mean, you just see him come in like, man, fuck all these niggas on Nivea with their struggle bus bullshit, all fucking pussy ass kids. Like, dude, he's hilarious. He just goes off, man.
oh shit.
Like, that was one relationship on PS Home or whatever. I'm really glad I had was VA. You
Hmm.
know, like I said, me and him fight, like fucking brothers and shit. But we talk shit about each other behind each other's backs and shit too.
Yeah.
Like man, fuck. Like we'll be real cool and cordial to each other's face, and then like we'll go into like a party chat or something with someone else, be like, nah, fuck that nigga, like fuck him. Like that's just how we are.
Oh,
But no, we're still cool and everything. Like we don't really get to talk and hang out like we used to, but.
mm-hmm.
Get me and VA together. You're gonna get a show. That's all I gotta say.
Well, all right, man. Yo, thanks for stopping by. Doing this interview. Like I said, man. Next time, gotta have you in VA, man. For real.
Man, no
Yeah, man.
problem, man.
Yeah, like I said, thanks for stopping by. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, man. I hope you enjoyed this interview about the whole story of UMTO. Stay tuned for the next video, man. But this is your boy, NHG1Mic. Subscribe, comment, like, and stay tuned for the next video. I'm out of here, man.
Peace.